Namaste and welcome to the new video of Nepali Flicks Exposition. In this video, we are going to talk about the portrayal of antagonists in Nepali movie. Now, we all admire and remember the iconic protagonists, or as we like to call them, heroes of Nepali movies. But what are the chances that we actually remember the antagonists? Is there any outstanding negative characters to remember that has stayed with us till date? In this video, we will dissect the portrayal of antagonists in Nepali movies and see why one antagonist among them all stands out as a perfect villain. The term villain is more prominent here than the term antagonist, whom are the ultimate bad and evil guys with no motive generally portrayed in Nepali movies. Antagonist is as important as protagonist for a story to build up. Nepali movie fraternity has seen a few worthy antagonists like Ratekaila of Chino and Boksi of Charke, and few more others. Actors like Sunil Thapa, Rajendra Khadki, Mukunda Thapa, Yuvraj Lama, Mukunda Shrestha, Tika Pahari, or the latter favorite, Anup Bikram Shahi, Prashant Tamrakar, Robin Tamang, or Naveen Manandar might be on the list of iconic villains. But how well we remember the characters they portrayed. In the recent time, the one good and villainous character that we remember and equally adore is of Bhasme Don, played by Bipin Karki. Why is it, out of so many numerous movies that releases every year, that we have only one big antagonist in our mind which we remember? The problem with the negative characters in Nepali movies is the characters are underwritten. The antagonists in the movie are given no motive and their purpose is to only kill or kidnap people for no particular reason. So we will talk about why Bipin Karki is the most powerful antagonist. First, let's look at lines from the book of Robert McKee called Story. Just a quick note, if you are into movie making or screenwriting, this is the best book to start your journey with. So, in this book, Robert McKee says, an antagonist must be powerful. The more powerful the antagonist, harder the struggle for our hero, and harder the struggle, more compelling the story. And as the journey of our protagonist gets harder, the story becomes more compelling and interesting. We have seen the significantly powerful antagonists like John Doe from Seven, Hans Landa from Inglourious Basterds, and the all-time favorite Joker from The Dark Knight. Now, as we know, Bhasme is a local goon of Pashupati area, and he likes to demonstrate his territorial behavior now and then by thrashing everyone who tries to linger around the area. When Pashupati arrives in the temple, he is unaware of Bhasme's presence, and in the first encounter, Bhasme thrashes Pashupati black and blue, demonstrating his power. From that scene onwards, we see that Bhasme becomes a bigger threat for Pashupati in his journey. Another screenwriter, John Truby, says in his book The Anatomy of a Story that true character is revealed in choices a human being makes under pressure. The greater the pressure, the deeper the revelation, the truer the choice to the character's essential nature. As we all know, in the movie of The Dark Knight, how relentlessly Joker tries to create scenarios where Batman has to make difficult choices, from saving Rachel or arresting him to saving Harvey or Rachel to saving City or turning himself in and revealing his true self. It's in these situations that our hero's true self is revealed. Similarly, in Pashupati Prasad, Bhasme creates a lot of obstacles for our hero Pashupati, from trying to thrash him and threatening him to leave Pashupatinath temple, to using his gullibleness to frame him for possession of marijuana while at work. Bhasme in every steps make the journey of our hero very treacherous. After all these events, Pashupati could choose to give up and return to his village, but even though Pashupati being outnumbered, deeply thrashed and even mugged by Bhasme, we see the true fighting spirit of Pashupati when he decides to choose being more cynical than gullible and frames Bhasme exactly like he did to him before. Again, let's take a quote from the book John Truby, The Anatomy of Story. It says, "It is only by competing for the same goal that the hero and the opponent are forced to come into a direct conflict, and to do so again and again throughout the story." Pashupati and Bhasme are simply the ones who try to make the living and earn good money through the activities from Pashupatinath. Even though the far-fetched goal of both the characters are different, as Bhasme wants to create a gang and Pashupati wants to earn enough money to pay his ancestral debt, but currently the common goal for both of the characters is ultimately to earn good money from the Pashupati. Since both the characters are fighting for the same goal, there are different encounters between them where each tries to outsmart other. Sometimes Pashupati triumphs with the aid of his friend Hanuman, and sometimes Bhasme with his henchmen. It's not uncommon that in Nepali movies, villains are shown menacing but without any proper motive. Large number of villains are simply there just to make our hero's journey harder or just to murder or kidnap any people out of no reason. Here, Bhasme's ultimate goal is to complete dominance over Pashupatinath Mandir. He wants to be the sole owner, or as he states, Don of Pashupati, but Pashupati comes in his way, a hindrance which he has to cover to achieve his ultimate goal. Now, the final aspect which we are going to talk about is the character arc. Generally, villains in Nepali movies are not given any character arc whom our writers feel doesn't deserve any of it. All the major antagonists in Hollywood or Bollywood are very well written and are given a good character arc. We can see his struggles, backstory, his change of heart, etc. in those movies. But antagonists in Nepali movies are very underwritten. We can feel this underappreciation of antagonists in Nepali movies as in the award shows, we have a category for best villains or best character in a negative role, as we don't feel that these characters are worthy for the best actor or best supporting actor role. If you see the Academy or other global awards except India, the award is given to the characters in spite of the negative or positive roles they play. For example, Marlon Brando in Godfather, Anthony Hopkins in Silence of the Lambs, and Heath Ledger for The Dark Knight. Character arc of Bhasme is very good written. We are presented with his background, where he comes from, what he is doing, and what are his dreams or goals, and portraying him more human. We can even see his change of heart for Pashupati Prasad. We watch him grow from local goon to empathetic man. Overall, we see the soul of Bhasme. So that was the video, guys. Just like, share, subscribe and comment if you want to see similar contents ahead in this channel. Till then, keep supporting. See you next time.